The project we're going to be working on today is the hand charm, and this is something that I designed originally as part of the Year of Jewelry project in 2005. It's based on a healer's hand or shaman's hand symbol, and it's a perfect way of practicing working with square wire.
The tools you'll need for this project are flat nose pliers, round nose pliers, flush cutting wire nippers, a permanent felt tip marker, a ruler, a jeweler's file, and ring bending pliers. The materials you'll need are 8 inches, 19 centimeters of 20 gauge, 0.8 millimeter hard or half hard square wire. You can substitute 20 gauge 0.8 millimeter round wire for this project, but it looks best in square. Before you begin, you'll want to do a little bit of prep work on your round nose pliers. Measure 5 to 7 millimeters from the tips and add a small piece of tape. This will help you to make consistent size bends and loops. To start making the charm, clean and straighten the wire with your fingers. Cut one end flush with the wire nippers and file it with the jeweler's file. Grip the end with the round nose pliers, testing it to make sure that you can only just feel the wire, and then bend the wire into a hook. Switch to the flat nose pliers. Set the hook into the bottom of the pliers and start turning the wire into a loose spiral. Take your time and bend the wire in small increments because that will help to create a smoother curve. Keep working the spiral until it's made 2 1/4 revolutions and stop when the wire lines up perpendicular to the start of the hook. Even up any gaps in the spiral with the flat nose pliers. Next, turn the spiral so that the tail faces right. Visually, draw a line up from the outer edge of the spiral and mark where it meets the tail with the permanent fine tip marker. Then, switch over to the round nose pliers and grip the wire at the top of the tape line before bending it vertical. From that bend, measure and mark 8 millimeters, about 9/16 of an inch. Grip the wire just above the mark with the flat nose pliers and bend it away from you towards what will now be the back of the charm. Keep bending until it folds in on itself, and then press the fold firmly. This creates the first finger. Switch to the round nose pliers. Grip the base of the first finger at the tape line, and then bend the wire around the pliers in a U shape.
Now you'll want to watch carefully while you're making this bend to make sure that the wire stays on the square. Square wire, when it's going around a round surface, have a tendency to want to turn on its corner. It's something called going off square. So if you notice that it's happening, then take a quick second to switch over to the flat nose pliers and readjust the wire before you keep going.
Switch to the flat nose pliers and grip the wire just where it lines up with the first finger. Bend the wire 90 degrees towards the back. Flip the hand around and then position the round nose pliers at the bend. Then, bend the wire around the pliers to form a loop. Then, reposition the tips of the pliers where the loop closes and make another small bend. Switch back to the flat nose pliers and use them to center the loop and to bring the wires parallel to each other. When you've done this correctly, the loop looks like a little bit of a lollipop sitting at the top of 2 parallel wires. At this point, you'll want to check the hand from the front to make sure that you can't see the loop you've just made. It should look just like 2 fingers. Switch to the round nose pliers. Grip the base of the second finger and bend the wire around the pliers in a U shape. Again, watch for the wire going off square and make adjustments if you need to. Flip the hand to the back and switch to the flat nose pliers. Grip the wire at a point that lines up the bottom of the pliers with the bottom of the loop on the second finger. Bend the wire towards you, then reposition the pliers and fold the wire down on itself to finish the third finger. Turn the hand to the front and switch to the round nose pliers. Grip the base of the third finger and bend the wire around the pliers in a U shape. Again, take care to keep the wire on the square as you make your bend. Flip the hand to the back and switch to the flat nose pliers. Grip the last wire across the top of the third finger. Bend the wire away from you and continue bending until it folds on itself. Turn the hand towards the front with the fingers pointing to the left. Bend the wire against the spiral with your fingers to create a curve. You'll notice that there's a bit of spring back when you let go. Switch to the ring bending pliers and use them to continue making gentle bends in the wire until the tail runs parallel to the first finger. Line up the flat edge of the wire nippers at the bottom of the first finger and cut the wire. Then file the end smooth. To finish off the charm, use the flat nose pliers to grip the end of the wire and make a small bend to create a thumb. The remaining wire that you just cut off with the wire nippers can be used to make an S-link with one small loop and one large loop. That can be used to make a pendant, or if you like, you can attach the charm to a chain or another project.
So there you go. I would love to see your results with this project, how it turned out for you. So send me your photos through my website at thetowofwire.com. And if you're interested in a hard copy of this project, I know some of you like to work off of PDFs, there is one available in the lesson shop on my website. You can find the link to that in the description below. If you found this project useful, then please like, share, and comment. And also remember to subscribe so that you get notifications about when new projects become available. You can also hit the little bell. That way you'll get the notifications right away. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time.